last tutorial video for this lab. So we are on the Richter scale number section, or the magnitude, which is the last part of our data that we need. So we are at step 9 now. It says on the graph, find the number where your 3 lines intersect. If they do not intersect exactly, record the average of the numbers. To find average, add all 3 numbers. Once you get the sum of the 3 numbers, divide by 3. Record your magnitude in the box on the web page and in your lab table. You will need to find the magnitude for each of your lines to record it in your table. The yellow line on the graph is actually the red line on the key. So you can kind of see it here, but this yellow line is the red one on the legend. I have no idea why they're not consistent, but just a heads up. And then the hint here is that each black line on the magnitude scale represents an interval of 0.1. So the example, 7.0, 7.1, 7.2, and so on. Then you're going to click Confirm Magnitude. So we're going to go down to our data table. Okay. I think this number is actually off, but so we're going to go to our website. All right. So if you look at our graph here, we did some pretty good measurements. All 3 of these intersect at the same one, so we don't have to do any math at all. Okay. If they were at different spots, we would need to do a little bit of math, but this one we're good. So the magnitude scale is the one that we are using. We're comparing our distance to our amplitude. So we already got these 2 pieces of information from earlier in the lab. And again, this website already graphed it for us, so we don't have to worry about that. But what we do need to do is figure out what number this is. So if I remember correctly, each one of these black lines is worth 0.1. So this would be 6, 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, 6.4, 6.5, and so on. So if we're at 7, which is the closest line here, this would be 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, 7.4, 7.5. So our magnitude is 7.1. And again, all of these match up at the same spot, so we don't have to do any math, which is awesome. All right, so put 7.1 in here. And we need to record this on our table. So we did a nice job with this. So all of these Richter scale numbers will be exactly the same. So we're going to click Confirm Magnitude. And it says, congratulations, you've done a great job. If you read through here, it'll give you a little bit about the earthquake. And then usually the last sentence or so tells you what the estimated magnitude was from scientists and what our estimate was. So we were right on the money with this one. For the certificate, I'm going to see if we can just get away with just putting our first name and last initial. We'll do get certificate, and we can. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So if we, let me just go back real quick. So if we put in all that other information, we're going to get another screen pop up. So let's do BHS, Brockton, MA, just to show you what the other screen will look like. So you would get this Virtual Seismologist Certificate of Completion. You can just do your first name, last initial if you would like, or fill out all this information. Now the next step, you have 2 options. So you can either do a screenshot or you can do a screen snip. So I'll show you both of them. For your screenshot, If you look right above your backspace button, there is a button that says PRTSC for print screen. So if you just click that button once and then go to our Word document where it says certificate screenshot, you can either right click and paste or do Control V, whichever works best, and just put your screenshot in here. If you would like, you can crop it, so make it a little bit smaller so it's just the certificate. Let's do this, and then I'll show you the other way. There you go. So you can do that, or I'm going to delete this just so we can have a blank space. I'm going to get back up to our website here. So I already have the screen snip icon on my toolbar, but I'll show you how to do that. It's a really handy tool if you don't know what it is or you don't have it already. So you're going to go to your start menu and type snipping tool. Okay, so yours would say pin from taskbar or pin from start. I would do pin from taskbar so that way it shows up down here. But I'm going to open this up so you can see what it looks like. There'll be a box that pops up that looks like this. You're going to click New, and you're just going to click and drag a box around what you would like to basically take a picture of. So I'm just going to stick with the certificate and this data sheet down below. This is actually pretty cool because it tells you what your information was versus what the actual information is. So you can see how close you are to the real number. And you can draw on here if you really wanted to. But how you get this into your Word document then, you're going to right click in the middle of the picture, click copy, go to your Word document, and paste it right in there. So that way you don't have to do any cropping. Either way works just fine. Whatever you're more comfortable with, you can do that. Personally, I love the snipping tool. I use it all the time, but that's just personal preference. Okay, so we have our entire first set of data filled out. Now you are going to go back and work through the next couple. Use the videos as reference. You can use the hints and stuff that I have up in the directions. And if you're still confused, just ask me. Okay. All right, guys.